We're going to start off the workout with a dynamic warm-up, and the object is just to get warmed up by getting a little blood flow, get the body temperature up, which already isn't a very big problem because it's 110 outside. We're going to start off with just a dynamic warm-up, then we start off the exercises with lighter weights than we're actually going to use for the work set. So you go from a kind of a general warm-up to a more specific one. Today's workout is going to start off with a circuit consisting of cable kneeling lat pull-downs, wide grip lat pull-downs face away, and straight arm pull-downs, followed by neutral grip pull-ups, reverse hypers, deadlifts, and T-bar rows. Branch is doing cable lat pull-downs here. Each arm's working unilaterally, independent of one another, getting a stretch all the way at the top so you feel it throughout the entire lat, and squeeze at the bottom. Not only is he, if you watch his arms, he's not only letting his arms reach full extension for the stretch, he's also stretching out the entire lat. Here, Branch is doing wide grip lat pull downs, getting that stretch to the top, going beyond just letting his arms get the full extension, actually stretching his lats out and holding at the bottom. Branch is getting a good stretch at the top of the movement. We're using a little different stack here too than we normally use, so the weight's a lot heavier on this one, even though it doesn't look like as much. It's getting a good stretch at the top, going down to the bottom, holding for a second. Right here, we want to try to. He's bending his elbows a little too much here. We want to try to avoid that. It's a movement that definitely needs to be strict. Branch is doing neutral grip pull-ups, getting that good stretch at the bottom and getting up as high as he can. Bodybuilding, a lot of it's also not, a lot of it's by feel, and as we experiment these, Branch was feeling these a lot better in his back, so we switched to these, and he's getting a lot out of them. Branch is very fatigued at this point. He's doing his best to get a full range of motion, but the thing about pull-ups, it's one of those movements where even if you're not getting a full range of motion, you're doing like a burnout, a bunch of reps or something like that, you're still getting something out of it by getting partial contractions. It's not, say, like, a squat. If you're way bent over and you can't do the weight correctly, you're going to get hurt. The pull-up generally is going to be pretty safe when you're doing those extra reps like that. Watch Branch's lats flare out of his tank top. You can see all this extra back work is really paying off. Watch Branch's lats flare out even on those extra cheat reps. They're definitely doing something to spark growth. It's going beyond failure here. Reverse hyper is one of the best machines to help build and strengthen the lower back. This is sort of a version Metroflex has, and we're doing a very slow tempo here, just really getting the blood flowing to the lower back, getting a great stretch down, because Branch over the last couple of years had kind of a stiff, sore lower back, and this is a great way to stretch it, build it up without putting high impact on it like a deadlift. Even with light weight, this slow, controlled tempo is rather difficult. Again, Branch is using that light weight, getting good tempo here, nice stretch. And this week's a deload week, and it's sort of a little different than a traditional deload week because we're keeping the volume a little higher than you normally would on a deload week. So he's still getting a good feel here, but we're not using the extra heavy weights that are going to really tax the central nervous system. Branch warming up on the deadlift. We're using some light weights. Again, just getting a feel for the movement, just keeping his body in tune. Okay, again, Branch's technique looks dialed in. His hips are down in that half squat position. Getting a good full range of motion. Again, we're going light deadlifts with 315. The whole point is to keep the technique dialed in, but even so, Branch is getting the reps locked out, hips in that half squat position, and that's a problem he sort of had in the past. Or not a problem, he just hadn't locked his reps all the way all the time, and you sort of, when you do that, you rob yourself of the full development that you can see he's attaining here. T-bar row. Branch is getting a good full range of motion instead of using his entire body to hoist the weight up and using momentum. He's using muscle, getting a good stretch, good full range of motion. So even on the deload weeks when we're not going really heavy with weights that will tax your central nervous system, this is a great chance to really build a mind-muscle connection and really feel the movements. Branch is probably upset now that he doesn't get to go heavier, but this is a deload week, and it's helping him establish and reconnect with that mind-muscle connection you can lose when you go heavy all the time and don't ever feel movements.